Hello and welcome back to Forrester Stories. I'm your host, Jonathan Wilson. Stick around to hear from HU's Dean of Spiritual Life and our campus's pastor.
All right, let's go. Here we go, guys. It's going to be great. All right, let's do this.
Huntington University's studio production class presents
Forrester Stories, where we get in touch with the roots of our community.
one branch at a time.
The introduction of COVID-19 protocols to Huntington University's campus has changed the way campus ministries can operate, but leaders on campus still recognize the need for spiritual opportunities for students. I'm here today with Arthur Wilson. He's our campus pastor here. Thanks so much for coming in today. I'm just really grateful for you to take some time to talk to us.
Thanks for having me.
I have a few questions lined up right now. We'd love to know a little bit, just real quick, how you came to Huntington University to start off. Just super quick, What brought you here?
So I was working for an organization known as Youth for Christ in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I had a friend who was actually leading a program called the Horizon Leadership Program here at Huntington University, which is a collaboration between the two organizations. And so once she moved to LA to get married, I took advantage of the opportunity, applied, and I've landed here.
Excellent. We're all super grateful for that. So many things are unfortunately unable to happen now because of COVID-19. Have there been any new opportunities that you've noticed that we're able to take hold of this year that you've noticed on campus?
Yeah, when COVID hit, it wasn't a pleasant experience at first. When you're in ministry, you get in ministry to be in touch with people face to face, and we knew with COVID and some of its challenges that we would have to adapt that a bit. But what has happened since our adaptation to more online virtual services, I think we've been creative with our delivery in terms of how we enrich the lives of students through chapels, through Word Up Wednesday devotions, and through other virtual kind of conversations and counseling sessions. So
Sure. I've personally really enjoyed your Word Up Wednesdays that you've been doing, and we'd love to hear a little bit about what goes into you selecting a topic for a week.
To be honest with you, it's prayer-led. I have this interesting routine. Every Sunday morning, I get up about 3 or 4 a.m., and I spend about 2 hours just listening to the Lord and writing a devotion off of a certain passage of Scripture that I feel led to read. And so that's where the bulk of the Word Up Wednesday devotions come from. It's my quiet time with God on Sunday mornings.
That's inspiring. We've heard a little bit about how you have a new team that you're working with, a lot of new people this year. How has it been working this semester with them?
It's been awesome. I have an excellent team. Our office name has actually changed now because of that.
Can you go into a little bit of that?
The Center for Spiritual Formation and Intercultural Enrichment. We have a great team of women and myself and partners who really, really enjoy serving our student population. But one of the things we realize is that if it's left up to us alone, we can't accomplish the mission of shaping and developing students in a way that's honoring to God. And so we want to be able to produce some resources, some helpful tools, so that the true shepherds here at Huntington University, our coaches, our faculty members, and other people who have direct contact with students are well equipped to carry out the mission. And we have a commitment to become more culturally competent. As we are in the process of writing our cultural competency plan for the institution, we feel a special need to really address key issues that are going to help us move forward in that regard. So,
can you talk a little bit maybe about how online chapels have been going from your perspective, being behind a lot of it?
So one of the switches we had to make was we had to find a new way to track our chapel credits, right? And so we partnered with an organization that has an app called I Attended. And so that's a way that we can have students stream through that app and get their chapel credits recorded and updated live. But, we realized too that a lot of students may have online fatigue or Zoom fatigue, and so we wanted to reduce the length of chapels, make them shorter, kind of adapt our messages to be more of a TED Talk. We hit you with the hard points and the key points, not dance around things, but get straight to the point. For the most part, I feel like it's going well, but I know this is a college setting, and people are very creative in how they get those credits. So, hey, we're putting out good stuff.
That, can't deny that. Yeah. Can't deny that, of course. So perhaps any changes that you noticed this year that maybe we can continue in years to come?
Yeah, I definitely like the Word Up Wednesdays. I really, really like that opportunity to pour from my heart. I also really like the opportunity to get things in and out real quick, get to the heart of the issue. One of the things I think that this opportunity is creating, though, is this appetite. I think we're going to miss, and we do miss, the moments that we have to be together.
Of course.
And so I think things like this will spur us to be more creative in how we gather together. I think it was a week or so ago we had a worship that was outside on the quad, and so many students participated. And I think one of the things that helped that be a reality is the fact that so much has been virtual, that when we have the opportunities to come together, we take advantage of those. So
that's excellent. We have to cut to a break right now. We'll be right back with some more questions for Arthur Wilson, so stay tuned.
This is how we like to do it.
Welcome back to Forrester Stories. Reverend Arthur Wilson is still here with us, and we do have a few more questions for you while we wrap up. Can you tell me a little bit about what motivates you personally when you are going through this year, being a pastor, you're preaching? What motivates you to keep going? Stories.
Knowing the impact that relationship has in shaping the spiritual lives of students. The constant reminder of how relationship played an important role in my development. Some of the failures that I've had in ministry are also the reasons why I continue doing what I do. I learn from tragedy, I learn from success, and so I use all of those experiences to be the fuel that keeps me going.
Yeah. I think this year especially, a lot of people it's been a really big year for spiritual growth for a lot of people because a lot of roadblocks have come up that maybe you don't expect,
Yeah.
But I think through the chapels that I've heard, a lot of the themes we've hit are really poignant to right now.
Yeah.
So where do you draw inspiration from specifically on it, like for each topic that you pull?
God, and just knowing where students are. I am a learner. I love learning about people. As a coach, I love building people, helping people grow. And so where I see opportunities, that's kind of where I get some of the inspiration and direction. But another way I get it is it's based off our mission for the institution. You know, there are 4 basic tenets to our mission, and each year I try to focus on one of those tenets so that by the end of a student's journey here at HU, they will have been addressed or had the opportunity to engage each aspect of our mission.
In what ways do you see campus growing in an official sense, their center for spiritual life here in the future, do you think?
Yeah, well, hopefully we are going to be doing a lot of trainings. We're going to do a lot of workshops, bring in guest facilitators who will lead us through some important critical conversations. We also want to produce a lot of content, short 3 to 5 minute podcasts or videos that help people understand what are some ways you can help people grow, what are some ways and signs that you can spot and identify when a student really needs help and support. So we want to help people feel more equipped, and so expect a lot more content to be out in the semesters and years to come. So.
Well, I can say I think we're all really excited for that. Thank you so much for coming in. It's been a pleasure to talk to you today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. That has been our third episode of Forrester Stories. Thank you all so much for coming in. Forrester Stories, where we share HU's stories one branch at a time. Stay tuned for next week.